Ah, died again! Stupid Tamagotchi! Hello there, I'm the Kotaku, and this is the Anime Rundown.
The Kotaku's here to save the day. If you're confused by anime, he knows which shows are here to stay, and his reviews will light the way. The Kotaku's here to save the day with spoiler-free play-by-play, a guide through the world of anime. If advice is what you seek, the Kotaku's an otaku with a lot to critique.
Welcome. Today we'll be talking about one of my all-time favorite anime. It's violent, intellectual, morally obscure. I'm of course talking about Death... What was that? What is that? Whoa! Whoa! Prodigious! Digimon is one of the great shows of my childhood, and I'm excited to explore it again. I have to imagine it holds up just fine after 16 years. Right? Alright. 7 young kids go to camp for the summer, wind up living in the digital land, where everybody gets to meet his own Digimonster, a digital companion, a digital friend. Wait, that sounds familiar.
7 young kids go to camp for the summer, wind up living in a digital land where everybody gets to meet his own
Anyway, our story focuses on 7 kids. We've got Tai, Sora, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, TK, and Joe. One day, the weather goes all crazy. Suddenly, strange pocket-sized devices fall from the sky. Upon picking them up, a massive tidal wave portal thing opens up and sucks them in. They wake up in the digital world, a weird land made of strange monsters and impossible things. Each kid meets their own companion Digimon. Over time, they become friends and learn a lot about each other. The kids help the Digimon fight by lending them their inner strength, and in turn, by being friends, the Digimon help the kids grow. The kids have to feed and take care of the Digimon to keep them strong and able to digivolve to higher levels. Okay, yes, the show was basically developed as a marketing tool for a Tamagotchi-like virtual pet. But the show was so much better than that. The series follows the kids on their quest to return home from the digital world. Along the way, they make new friends, overcome emotional problems, face off against threatening villains, and really learn what it means to grow up. This show, through and through, is a coming-of-age story. For me, a big reason why I think this show is infinitely superior to some of its money-grubbing peers is that it focuses on telling a story driven by character development. Almost all of the Digivolutions to higher level involve an emotional discovery on the part of the kids. They have to realize something important about themselves or overcome an internal problem to become stronger, both metaphorically and literally. Tai is bullheaded, literally running headfirst into fights, but his ability to never give up is endearing. And when he does get into trouble, it's usually pretty entertaining. Matt is too cool for school.
No autographs, please.
He likes to fancy himself a loner, but by virtue of caring for TK, his little brother, we see Matt has a compassionate heart. Sora I hesitate to define as a tomboy. She still has feminine qualities, she just doesn't let that be the only thing to define her. She's independent and strong, but is also always looking out for others. Mimi, however, seems to be defined by her femininity, but the show does a good job of making that a strength, not a weakness.
How about we get a disco ball and some spotlights, huh? And of course, we'll need hair, makeup, and costumes.
Joe is the oldest. He's shy, timid, and hesitant to act. This flaw, like for the other characters, also becomes a source of strength. He's practical and thinks his actions through to conclusion. While not the strongest fighter, sometimes he's the most effective. Izzy is the nerdy tech kid. He's also a huge fan favorite. Of the jock, cool kid, and tomboy, Izzy tends to be the most vital in a digital world. His knowledge of computers and technology becomes invaluable. TK is earnest and naive. While not undergoing dramatic character development, he's far from boring. TK's courage, cleverness, and value can be quite surprising.
By the way, how do we get to that mountain?
Infinity Mountain?
Yes?
You actually want to climb up there?
Yes.
until now, I've praised Digimon. I'll admit, I look at the show through rose-colored goggles of nostalgia. But now the other shoe drops. Having gone back and watched Digimon again, the technical aspects just don't hold up. The art style is fine, but they don't do much with it. The sound and music are way over the top. The music is constantly bashing you over the head, and the dialogue is just a fountain of exposition.
Miramon, why did you attack our village?
I couldn't stop myself.
That must have been awful for you. If you couldn't control yourself, who was controlling you?
The last thing I remember is being hit by that gear.
Well, we're just happy to see that you're back to normal. I hope nothing like this ever happens again. You're needed to protect Mount Mihirashi. Goodbye, Miramon. May you always stay well. Goodbye. And please, try not to burn down our village anymore, okay?
The voice acting isn't awful, so much as it's all over the place. The show's characters sold me, and they'd be nothing without the performances of the voice actors. But there are also moments where you wonder if they were even trying to emote anything at all.
Seriously, bad Digimon even when he's in good mood. That's just great.
I have to address one large factor about Digimon. The one thing that it does over and over. Puns. So many puns.
What was that, a floating fish market?
Lucky for us, those fish were having a school reunion. Matt's right, but without a compass, we don't even know which way is north.
Wait, I do.
Well, which way is it?
It's the opposite of south.
Maybe this monster just has growing pains.
Growing pains?
Growing pains.
And that's only the first couple episodes. There are way worse ones. They are all over the place, and they are very often woefully inappropriate to the emotional moment. Just like I said about the music, I feel like the writers had some deep terror that the audience needed to be spoon-fed the story and be laughing constantly. Can't have kids experiencing any emotions, that's not for children. Yeah, the show is for kids, but so is SpongeBob. And that has way better pacing and timing. So what do I think of Digimon? I still love it, flaws and all. At its core, it's a story about a group of lovable kids going on adventures and growing up. It's filled with escapism, touching moments, and some good laughs. And for all of its flaws, which are numerous, they just add a layer to the show that endear it even more in my heart. With all that to consider, I'm gonna give this show a 7 goggles out of 10. It may lack technically, but it shines emotionally. If you like this review, subscribe to our channel. If you liked or disagreed with something said, comment below and let us know. Alright, play me out trying too hard, Digimon producers.
Hey Digimon, monster friends to the boys and girls. Hey Digimon, champions of the digital world. Hey Digimon, ultimate friends to the boys and girls.